What's going on, guys? Just Golden here with the Brandon for guys. Say coming at you some more Destiny 2 action, my friends. Another guide, tutorial, walkthrough, whatever you want to call it, for the Destiny 2 Leviathan raid. Now, this one's going to be for the Bather's Step. If you guys missed all the other videos, go check it out. I'm going to put them all in a single playlist for your convenience. Now, what we're going to be doing is splitting up into two teams of three. There are 4 corners to this map. There are 4 plates you must be standing on in order to make certain chains kind of come down. And then the chains in the middle area where you see me right now, those chains will be going up. So there's going to be 2 teams of 3. What you guys are going to be wanting to do is kind of ping-ponging back and forth, because you have to grab a buff. Now, those 4 plates, they have a buff at the very start, but after that, they don't have those black little orb things. Those are the buffs. So the only way to get them is in the middle. Now, what we did is we had 3 people on the left side, 3 people on the right side. Now, right there, I'm going to switch out with one of my teammates in my group. So again, we're 2 groups of 3. What he's doing, he's going to the middle and he's grabbing a buff and then going to replace the guy on the bottom. Then the guy on the bottom is going to go grab a buff in the middle, come back to the top and replace me. Now, you can do this any way you want. You can do it from left side and right side, or you can do it from top side and bottom side. It doesn't really matter as long as you have like 2 teams of 3 kind of rotating. Also, keep in mind that you're going to have these bathers, and that's why it's called the Bather Step. You're going to have these Cabal bathers kind of popping out of where that chain is when you're standing on the plate, and they're going to come try and attack you. Now, you see that white little brick on that chain right there? I just walked by it. That white brick has to get to the very bottom of the chain on all 4 platforms. And the minute you jump off the platform, the chain will start going back up, and that's why you got to stay on it the best of your ability. So I highly recommend just kind of rotating like we were doing. For the Bather's Step, obviously use like some power ammo. That's the best thing. Power ammo and grenades are the best thing. You know, kind of sticky grenades if you can, or you know, maybe a pulse grenade or something like that. But again, just keep rotating, and at some point you're gonna hear kind of like a dinging sound in the game. You're gonna hear the same sound when you first initiate the step. And one thing I forgot to mention is to first initiate it, you all have to stand on the platforms, including the platform in the middle. So there's gonna be 5 platforms. You don't have to stand in the middle platform normally. Now, this part here, when you hear the ding again, once all 4 chains are completely down, you're gonna come into this room. You're gonna see these lamps that are now exposed. You should have at least 1 or 2 people covering ads. As you guys seen, this part right here was only me covering ads, and I wasn't able to wipe them all out, especially with these bathers coming up, and so a couple of people died. It's not a big deal. We still ended up finishing it this run, not this phase. We had to cycle through again though, but still this run. So I have 1 or 2 people kind of rotating, doing supers, and then the other people are standing in the middle plate there, shooting those lamps. You want to destroy every single lamp. So make sure you guys are all focusing fire on 1 corner at a time. So what we did is we did the top left corner, we did the top right corner, and the back one. After you guys do that, these scions are gonna pop up, as you guys just seen there. Kill the scions. If you don't, scions are gonna make you wipe, and then quickly return to your places to repeat the cycle. So again, to first initiate the step, you're gonna have to step on all 5 plates, so the 4 corners and that middle plate, to first start the sequence, and then you just after that you're just rotating from there. So you're grabbing buffs in the middle and then replacing your friends. So again, you're gonna see me up here. I'm gonna go replace my friend when he's down to about 30 seconds. The buff lasts for 50 seconds, and then he's gonna go to the middle and go replace our other teammate on the bottom. So that's how we were doing. We're doing left side and right side, as you guys can see. So my friend's going in the middle. I'm just gonna repeat myself once more since the gameplay is playing through anyways. My friend's going in the middle. My friend's going to the bottom. The friend at the bottom is then going to the middle and coming at the top to replace me. So you're constantly kind of ping-ponging back and forth with your 2 teams of 3. So you got, you know, 1 team of 3 focusing, you know, on each other, and then the other team of 3 focusing on themselves. Now, if you really need to help someone else out for like a revive or something, and obviously, you know, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, try to stick to your sides if you want to be as efficient as possible. So, you know, it could take you, it depends how much damage you really do on those lamps, but it could take you 2 or 3 complete cycles. Again, it depends how much damage you're able to do on the lamps. For us, it took 2 complete cycles. So you're gonna see in just a second here where we go back and we end up finishing off the rest of the lamps. Rockets seem to work really well. I was using rockets and they seem to work really well on the lamps. I mean, obviously, you know, merciless fusion rifles is a great one. You know, shotgun's not really good to be obviously using the lamps, because you have to stay in that middle section to DPS the lamps. So just imagine you're DPSing something like a boss, but the boss is not a boss. It's just lamps that are sitting still. So again, you're going to see in just a second here. We're going to go back. Now right there, see how I switched off with my friend with the bather was coming out? If you see that, definitely help your friend out. You know, put a little damage on the bather really quick before you leave. You should have time unless your other friend is, you know, really running out of the psionic buff. It's also worth noting, if you run out of that buff early, don't be afraid to get off the plate, because if you don't have the buff and you're sitting on the plate, you'll have damage over time occurring to you. So don't be afraid to get off the plate if you run out of your buff. It's better to have to, you know, redo the chain a little bit more, like, you know, have a little bit of a loss of the chain progress than to completely die. So that's it. We just destroyed the last lamp right there, as you guys can see, and that is it. That's the section kind of completed. The treasure chest will spawn. Go ahead and pick up your loot. It could just be tokens, or it could be tokens and a piece of gear or something. It's just completely random, but it's not too hard, honestly. Once you get the rhythm and the, you know, the kind of groove of it, it's pretty smooth once you guys really coordinate and really communicate and figure out how to really do this smoothly. As you guys seen, our run was pretty solid for the most part. I mean, once everyone figured out what they were doing, once we were all coordinated, it was pretty much smooth sailing to the end. So just kind of get coordinated, figure out what you're doing, and you shouldn't have too much trouble with this step at all. If you guys want guides on the other step, I have those online as well. They're all going to be in one playlist for your convenience, so go check them out. Otherwise, if you found this video useful, make sure you guys smash the like button, share with your friends, subscribe to the comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. I will catch you guys in another one very soon, like always. Until then, game on, Guardians.